Howdy everyone, this is Trisha and welcome to my channel. Alright, so good morning everyone, or good afternoon, or happy middle of the night. I don't know where you're at, what time you're at. I'm going to be posting this video for Wednesday morning, but today is Tuesday. So it is already, into the day a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and have a meal. Is it breakfast? Is it lunch? Which one is it? It's brunch, I guess. And I'm going to be making just a regular, simple breakfast that all of y'all already know how to do, but this is my home cooking, you guys, so let's get to cooking. All right, so I'm just making some bacon and eggs. I am also gonna make some oatmeal because I'm kind of feeling like a little bit of oatmeal, but as I told you guys, I need to have some meat and I have to have my eggs, so I'm gonna go ahead and make that. But the oatmeal is mainly gonna be for my mom, so I've already got some water boiling. Just gonna follow the packaging directions, which are, where is the oatmeal? And here it is. Okay, so I'm just making some old-fashioned oats. So I'm boiling some water. My mom loves raisins in her oatmeal, and guess what? I do too. So I'm going to throw them in there now because they're going to get nice and plump in the boiling water. Okay, so I've got the raisins in the water now, and I'm just going to let them plump up a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and throw the oatmeals in there because it does need to cook for a little bit. Let's see. I just cook it for however long I feel I want to cook it. Like my husband, for example, he likes it a little bit, raw, more raw than cooked. So he likes to chew it, he likes to bite. My mom likes it really soft, but we also don't like the little quick oats because they get too mushy. So I'm using old-fashioned, and I'll just cook until I feel like, hey, that's good enough. I'm gonna add some milk, butter, some cinnamon. We like to add cinnamon and sugar, but I do have some maple syrup, so I think I'm gonna put some maple syrup instead of sugar. And I'm gonna get my bacon going now. I'm gonna make me 3 slices of bacon, but I'm cutting them in half, smaller. Oh, actually, I had already gotten 3 pieces, so now I have 4. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands. All right, gotta put my bacon away. So how have you all been? I hope you've been well. I know some things are going on around in our world that is not so nice to hear. Some things are tragic to hear. If you are someone in that situation, there's many of us who are there to help you, and we're there to pray for you. That's what you want, some prayer. Especially right now my mind just goes straight to Maui and what's going on over there, what went on over there, and the difficulties that people are going to be facing or they're already facing. So I'm going to go ahead and put some oatmeal in my water. I think it's already boiled enough because I already had it boiling, and the raisins will continue to plump up with the oats in there. So let me just grab that. I realized that I had this container and a whole brand new container that I haven't opened of oatmeal, so I'm like, hey, I gotta start eating that oatmeal because it's good stuff. I do want to make my little, what I call my famous Araka cookies. They take some they're oatmeal is what I want to say. They're oatmeal cookies, but they have a lot of other goodies in there, and some chocolate chips and such, and they bake up and they get like rocks. And they're a little crunchy, a little hard, but my kids, my husband, they would devour them. So I do want to make some of those, and then make some other ones that are a little bit softer for my mom. And in the back here, I see toasted oatmeal raisin cookies. She would like that. And I see they're using like 3 different types of raisins here. It looks like it has cranberry, dried cranberry even. But what is the mention? Golden raisins. Maybe it's just the little model here that made it look like 3 different types, but it's just golden raisins. Okay, all right, golden raisins sound good, guys. I only have 4 eggs left. I usually just use 3, but I'm gonna cook a little bit extra. My husband will come home for lunch and he'll enjoy. Okay, so let's get this bacon in the pan as well. Okay. Sizzle, sizzle. So yeah, I need to get myself to the grocery store, so I'm gonna make myself, I go onto the app, my grocery store app, and I pick things out like putting them in the shopping cart. And whenever I need to, I order for curbside pickup, or sometimes I've even ordered for delivery when I've just not felt very good, and my mom's not felt very good, and just don't feel like walking through the store. But I know that I need a few things. The only problem is that the delivery charges are crazy, because if you need it like as soon as possible, like within the next 3 hours or 4 hours, which is kind of like what it's on there, the timing, then you're gonna pay like $12 for it. So I end up choosing like for it to be delivered sometime in the evening, and that costs like $6-7 now just for the delivery. Okay, so I had to turn off the video for some time. I had to take care of something. Came back and I'm realizing, oh my God, I got food on the stove. What's wrong with me? And my camera was going. I had to take care of something with my mom. It wasn't an emergency or anything like that. But anyway, I took the oatmeal off the heat, put a little bit of milk on it, put a lid on it, and I'm just gonna let it get soft in there it was already cooked, but it needed to get a little softer. So I mixed in a little bit of milk, excuse me. So to help it do that, and I turned around my bacon. I think my bacon is cooked, so I'm gonna put it to the side, and I need to put it on a little plate so it will crisp up. So yeah, you guys, what was I saying last? I was talking about groceries. So yeah, that. So I put them on the cart, and like I said, get it delivered. Or what I do, which is what I do most often, sorry, I tasted the oatmeal. I bit into it just to see if it was not for taste, but the cooking consistency. And I got like a little bit of it stuck in my throat here. I know this happens to everybody once you hit a certain age, and sometimes things just kind of just stick there and you just want to choke on it. But anyway, yeah, the grocery thing. I have it on the app, because what it ends up becoming is my grocery list. So it's in the cart, like I'm ready to buy it, but I don't. I go to the grocery store, I open it up, and the great thing about it, putting it on there, so this is a little hack for you guys. The great thing about doing that is that, well, it depends on the store. You can click on the item so that, like you're looking at the details, and it tells you the aisle that it's at. So you can find it a little bit better, a little bit easier. It doesn't tell you exactly where it's at on the aisle, but it does tell you the aisle number, so you just go straight there. Even though your grocery stores will tell you the items that are typically in that aisle. You can see their aisle numbers and what's in there, and then it has on the other side, it has more stuff if you're coming this way. But yeah, that's what I do. But I also do keep a note on my phone, and as the day's going by, oh, we ran out of this, we need this. I make a note of it on there, so it's on there in case I forget when I'm putting items in my cart, in my shopping cart. Because I go online on my laptop, sit there, put it on there. But yeah, so many times I just use it as a grocery list, and then other times I go ahead and I do a curbside, and in a rare situation I do a delivery. So that's that. That's what I do. What do you guys do? Just go without any list. I used to go with no list. It was all in my head, everything I was gonna buy. I knew it, and then I grab everything that I needed. And then I did a little walk around, grab things that, were kind of like, oh, I kind of would like some of this. Maybe I'll make this with this. Or if I had I would have a recipe maybe that I put down the ingredients for. Sometimes I would just use that on my list. And I usually just write it down on something, but now I just use my phone, notes to make lists of things. And then I also use the grocery store app to add things into the cart, like I'm gonna buy it. Sometimes I put it in there as a quantity. And the good thing about my grocery store also, let me turn this off. So my grocery store is called HEB. HEB stands for Howard E. Butt. That is the founder of the grocery store. It started in San Antonio, Texas, and it is spread out throughout the state. Some stores have multiple HEBs, but you guys tell me what I know I've heard of Aldi's, I've heard of Wegmans, I know Kroger still exists somewhere. We used to have a Kroger's here, but our HEB just demolished Kroger's, and there used to be another store that was here for a little while, but they didn't really last because our 2 HEB stores in our city just, they just took the competition is basically what it was. But anyway, you guys tell me what grocery stores you have. Do you have an app for it? And what I was gonna say is that on my grocery store, they have coupons, and you can use the coupons online. You apply the coupons, it'll tell you this item has a coupon. So then you click on that, and then it'll tell you what the coupon is, what other item you might need to buy, and it puts it on there for you. So all you gotta do is like, oh, yeah, I want that, and give me all these free items that go with it, because a lot of times you buy one item, like a brisket, for example, and then they'll give you, like, I don't know, beans or something that'll go with maybe some pickles or some bread or something even the barbecue sauce sometimes will be on the list as a free item because you bought this big giant package of brisket. Or sometimes you have to buy 2 things to get like 5 or even 7 items for free. Or just discounts, like so-and-so off, $1 off, or percentage off if you buy this much, like $25 of this particular brand of products, then you get these 2 other items for free, or you get it $5 off, or whatever. That's the kind of stuff it is. Do you have that available to you? Just, because you think, oh, we're the only ones that do. But no, there's got to be other stores that also offer those type of, service and values. I keep telling myself I need to order or get myself, or put it on my list, some thick cut bacon, because I had bought thick cut bacon at one time and I just loved it, and I kind of want to go back to that. And it makes you think like you're eating less, because instead of grabbing like 3 slices, you grab 1 or 2, maybe at the most. But yeah, there's my bacon. It's already gotten crispy just sitting here. So I'm just gonna get a clean towel and just kind of dab it a little bit. And there's plenty of oil in there for my eggs. I might have to add a little drop extra, because I just realized that little pan that I'm using is not very like non-stick and the eggs always seem to stick. So I just need a little bit of oil so they won't. But there we go, my bacon's done. So y'all want to know, do y'all use your apps for anything? Do you go online? What do you use to go online to begin with? I know a lot of people use their TVs, and smart TVs. You can watch YouTube on there. I put YouTube on there for my mom when she comes and sits in the living room with me, because I don't have the channels that she wants to watch, because they're like local channels. But I have it on her TV, so she watches it in her room. But once in a while, she wants to come sit out here, on the couch and be there with me, or lay on the couch, just for something different besides being in her room. Or she goes outside and sits for a little while, but it's so hot. The temperatures are starting to drop a little bit, but August is the hottest month of the year, at least for us it is. But it just seemed like July was a scorcher. But anyway, yeah, she comes and sits there, so I put YouTube on there for her. I watch on my laptop. Everything's on my laptop. Once in a while I do use my phone, like if we're out somewhere, it was a long drive or something, then I get my phone, or we're waiting in the doctor's office, I look at my phone. I don't put it on sound. Nobody's listening to it. I did have AirPods. Is that what they're called? The earbuds. They had the AirPods that my oldest son had given me, but I wasn't using them as much because they're so big. They don't fit properly in my ear. My ears I have a very small little opening here, and they don't fit, so they would hurt after having them on for a little while. And then my younger son, his AirPods weren't working, or he lost them. I'm not sure. So I said, you can use these. I'm not using them. Clean them up. He's using them. But it's mommy stuff, so he doesn't care. Mom used them before him. Okay, so this is hot. Let's throw in our, I think it's got enough oil, you guys. Enough bacon grease in there, swimming around. Okay, so once again, yes, I have my fan on and my birds are chirping. They are like a little clock. They do chirp super early in the morning when my husband's up, but that's when I'm dead asleep because I can't fall asleep till, well, I try, but having some issues falling asleep. So sometimes, you know, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I find myself that I'm still awake. So I don't hear them because soon after that, as soon as I'm knocked out, I'm knocked out. So I don't hear them in that first deep sleep. But even 8:30 comes around, my alarm goes off and everything, but then I don't hear them. I hear them around getting close to like 10 o'clock in the morning. They start up again. And right now they're loving on each other. Oh, by the way, I put a whole bunch of stuff in there. I don't know if I've even shown you the cage, so I'll do that. Okay, so I'm just adding a little salt, a little pepper to the eggs, and that's it. Had given me these on, you know what, you guys, I don't know if it was a Christmas or if it was on my birthday. But I think it's Christmas. She had given me this lovely salt and pepper. And I know that I filled them up and I used them once and then I just kind of put them away. But I've started using them again. So I have my rock salt in here that I add into my, you know, my Instapot or things like that when I want to use that. So I have it right here because I do have some already ground salt. And then I have a little bit of fresh cracked pepper. I didn't put too much in there because I thought, well, that's not very fresh if it's been sitting in there. But I did a little bit, you know, and I should have grabbed some right now. I forgot. I just glanced over and saw them. Alrighty, so there's my little birds. They're perched up there, oh, and they just flew right off. Oh, maybe I spooked them. But this is their cage. I just cleaned up that little playground thing. This one with the, that one right there that I'm pointing at. I just cleaned that out, but I dumped everything to the bottom, so I have to clean that out from the bottom of the cage. And there's the girl. Her name is Cielito, and there's the boy, Chico. Chico means small, Cielito means little sky or little heaven, however you want to interpret that. But see, I've had this thing here around the bottom so that when they're eating, you know, the little seeds get caught in it, but many fall on the floor. And it's not as bad as before because I did have, you know, that stuff that you put like in hamster cages and rabbit cages in the bottom there, so you wouldn't see things looking all ugly. But those things go flying everywhere and the floor is even messier. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go with a little parchment paper and let things just fall on there and just clean that up. So, but right now it's still not clean. I just cleaned that one part there and gave them fresh water. And, you know, filled up their little treat things right there, the millet. And that's it. But anyway, I put a whole bunch of stuff in here. And my husband's like, oh my God, they have so much stuff in there. But they are using every part of it. Look, he just jumped over into the little branch there. They go over to that little nest there. And they love being way up here. And I was telling him last night, I've never seen them on the swing. And not, I swear you guys, not even like maybe 30 minutes later, they were on the swing. But I'm thinking about putting this thing here, this one, like a little bit lower over here so that they can, you know, demolish it. Because they like to, you know, pick on the little nest over there. I had some raffia in there, they pulled it all out. But yeah, that's my little birds. Okay, so my eggs are done. Look at that. They are sunny side up, but I am going to turn them. But I need to break them apart. Individually turn them. There we go. Oh my God, that was so good. I'll ask my mom if she wants an egg because if she's getting oatmeal, she might not want. So just gonna turn them over. I've already turned off the heat. I'm just gonna let that little bit of the white that was on the top cook. Put them off to the side here. Okay guys, let's prepare the oatmeal. All right, so she just wants the oatmeal, and I've also made her some cinnamon raisin toast, and I just don't want the fan to cool it off. My goodness. And then I decided that I remembered I bought some egg muffins, so I put one in the toaster for myself, and that's about to pop out any minute. But we're gonna go ahead and prepare my mom's because she wants to have it over there. in her room, the breakfast. And oh, I bought her a little rolling cart, a little tray. It's like a laptop table, but I got it to serve her meals, and she loves it because the way it was in her room, she likes to be in there watching TV, have her meals there. Sometimes she comes out here, we sit on the table, or maybe even in the living room, and I have a table in the living room that I can use for that, also a little folding table. But she used to be in her room, and right now the way it is, she's got her little table, bedside table, and it's always against the wall, so she got a chair. So I put the food there for her, and then she's eating like this. I'm kind of like that. Like she gets her plate, and then she puts it on her lap and a towel. And I thought, she needs a little table. And I thought about the one that we have here, just put it over there, but I thought it's very, cumbersome because it doesn't, you gotta fold it up, and it's kind of like, hard to fold. And it takes up a little bit more space. So I decided, let me get her a little, a little cart that might roll. See, that'll work. I can not leave it in her room after she's eating, whatever. But I found the perfect one, the perfect size, small little white one. It even has a little thing on the bottom. You can put some stuff there, but she likes to put her feet on there, I've noticed. So yeah, we got it on Sunday. I put it together, and I didn't put it together till late in the evening, so she just barely got to use it yesterday. She's like, "Ooh, what do you got there?" Because I was rolling it in with the food on it. She thought it was, pretty cool that was happening. I gotta grab the spoon to grab the oatmeal, and I don't know what happened to it, so I'm just gonna use the spoon that I have here to serve her. And I'm just gonna put a little bit, you guys, for this. And she won't eat the whole thing, but she'll want some later. And she doesn't eat a whole bunch right now, but she will later. She'll be looking for something. So there we have the oatmeal. I'm gonna add a little bit of milk to it, a little bit of cinnamon, and some butter. Also like to add butter to that. Just put it on top there, just to make it look pretty. And cinnamon. I feel like I'm doing so many things. Okay, cinnamon. And some, oops, this is her hot water for her coffee. Yeah, there we go. Pop it up right here. This has such a big opening, and it's so kind of like, it's not like just, your regular syrup that was like the one that we grew up with. It's all thick and it just takes its time coming out. This is quick. Okay, I think that's enough. I don't want to put too much. Okay, so now let's fix up her coffee. And I'm also going to put some grape jelly on her plate so she can put on her toast if she wants. She loves grape jelly. That or an orange marmalade. I love fig preserves and strawberry preserves or jelly, whatever, jam. But I usually get the ones they preserves because I like the pieces of the fruit. Okay. This is wiping the table. Get over there. I already used it for that, so I'm gonna retire it for that. Some of her favorite creamer. Get it in there. Let's go ahead and put a little spoony spoon. So here we go, you guys. A nice plate of oatmeal and cinnamon toast for my mom. Okay. So I'm gonna take her this. I'll be back, plate up my food, and we're gonna eat a little bit. All right, you guys, my coffee is done, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my creamer into it. Just the usual thing I always put in there. Let me use this knife. I don't want to pull out another spoon just to stir it. Normally, when I'm doing my mom's breakfast and I'm doing our coffees, I use the same little spoon, but then I wiped it off for her to use for her oatmeal. Just saving on some silverware. So I got my muffin here, and I decided that this way I'm gonna have my breakfast. I'm gonna add some cheese in there. I was looking for my bacon. It was here on my side this whole time. Anyway, so I'm gonna put some bacon on there. just like that. And I'm using the same plate that I cut my mom's toast on, and then a little piece of, and the thing is that this is why it's so hard for me to do these breakfasts for videos, because my eggs tend to get cooked and I don't have them over easy the way that I like them. I need to just wait till the very end and cook the eggs. But there we go. That's my breakfast sandwich. Not so little. Look at that, how nice and hearty that looks. But it's just a simple breakfast that anybody can make. You can buy it also. I also remember that I love to put the fig preserves on my, when I have a little muffin like this with the eggs and everything in there, but I don't have. So I'm going to use strawberry, and this is preserved too. So what's the difference between a jelly jam or preserve? I mean, I think I know preserves are, you know, more of that fruit in there. I feel like jelly is just maybe some juice, some of the fruit juice, and with some of that, you know, the gelatin. What is jam then? Actual fruit and juice just mushed so that you don't have the chunks, because I don't know, kids sometimes, you know. That did it for me. Delicious, but the coffee, so good. So there we go, guys. I still have some eggs left over. I still have some bacon left over. My mom didn't want any eggs, so I should have asked her before I cooked it. But I know that my husband will be home for lunch, and any minute now, actually. And he'll have some of the eggs. No, he won't have the bacon, but he'll have the eggs. I have fork ready. But then my whole plating changed because I decided to toast up my English muffin. What did I call it earlier? Did I say an egg muffin? No? English muffin, in case I said it wrong. If I did say it wrong, it's because I was probably thinking egg McMuffin, you know, from McDonald's. All right, everyone, I'm gonna finish up my breakfast, load up these videos, put them together into one cohesive video, set it up for load up tonight on YouTube so that it'll go live tomorrow morning. I'm gonna give myself a big old thumbs up, and I hope that you too will give me a big old thumbs up. Leave a kind comment down below and let me know what you think of today's video and what you want to see in the future. And subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, so just hit that red subscribe button, and also choose the little bell, the notifications, so that you get notified of my videos as soon as I upload. Thank you all so very much for supporting my channel. As always, let's get this ready. Enjoy.